Hi. Today I'd like to talk to you about a book that changed my life and made me want to be a writer. The Great Gatsby, one of the great American novels, arguably every sentence lyrical, was not that book. No, the book that led me directly to the stage today, the reason you're all here listening to me, is this one. Dinosaurs and More Dinosaurs. It's a classic, check it out. I was a first grader in a New Jersey elementary school, and our teacher would hold reading time. We'd pair off, pick a book off the shelf, sit on the floor, and take turns reading to each other. And I remember that day I was paired with my best friend Josh, and I watched him grab the aforementioned Dinosaurs and More Dinosaurs off the shelf, and he handed it to me. And I remember looking at it, and a smile formed on my face, and I said to him, "Dinosaurs and More Dinosaurs? Wouldn't dinosaurs have been enough?" We laughed so hard at that we disrupted the class. Our teacher came up to us and said, "What's going on?" And I repeated what I had said. And then she laughed. And I felt 10 feet tall. I didn't realize it at the time, but I had just written my first joke. Now, it wasn't the best joke I'd ever write. And sadly, it wasn't the worst joke I'd ever write. But it was a joke. Something I came up with made my friends and an adult laugh. And this is not an exaggeration. In that moment, I felt like I'd been given a superpower. And I needed a superpower. I know to look at me, this is going to come as a shock. I was not an athletic kid. It's not that funny. But I quickly found out that I could make the kids who might otherwise bully me laugh. And long before I pursued a career in comedy, I discovered that a couple jokes sprinkled through a B- paper could turn it into an A. The right jokes told at a school dance could make up for the fact that I'm a worse dancer than I am an athlete. And jokes make the worst times, my parents' divorce, my myriad heartbreaks, and deaths of loved ones, somehow more tolerable. And, if that's not a superpower, I don't know what is. I'm going to tell you a little secret, too. Don't tell anybody. Every one of you has this superpower, too. Well, not you. You seem very serious. But everybody else has this superpower. Here's what I mean. You could go through an entire lifetime and never sing in key. You may never sketch a perfect likeness or be good with numbers, but at some point, you made someone in your life laugh intentionally. Falling off a chair, spitting out soup, this doesn't count. We're talking about you intentionally made somebody laugh. I want you to try and remember that moment. It could have happened in a classroom. It could have happened on a date or on a family vacation. Maybe you were sitting on a couch watching the news, and you quipped. You made some observation. You told an anecdote, and the person or people around you laughed. In that moment, you were a comedy writer. Honestly. I work on a show called Modern Family. Hold for applause. Thank you. And we've built entire episodes over small little comedy moments, like the ones you yourself created when you made the people around you laugh. It's my belief that we are an inherently funny species. Not as funny as ostriches, because they're ridiculous. But I think we're wired to be funny, and some of us, we get addicted to that rush, and we become comedy writers or comedians. Others have healthy relationships with their fathers and don't. But it's in all of us. Hold on, my notes just went to sleep. I'm using that, it's comedy. So today I'm going to challenge you to recall your comedy writer moment. and I want you to pare it down to its bare essentials and turn it into a joke. Or better yet, come up with your own joke. I'm sure something's happened in the news or pop culture, or maybe some small observation of your family. It doesn't matter. Think of a joke. I'm giving you a deadline. You have 1 year to come up with it. And when you do, I'm going to give you the opportunity to tell it to a couple 100,000 people. My 2 requirements is the joke must make me smile, and it must be less than 140 characters long. Which brings me to Twitter. Twitter is a comedy writer's dream. Yes, it's been very valuable in spreading democracy and keeping people informed during emergencies, but I think history will show that its main value is to bring humanity together to make fun of the Kardashians. But it really is a godsend for comedy writers. It's gotten rid of the gatekeepers that have traditionally kept the writer from his audience. I remember when I was starting out, I desperately wanted to be a writer on the David Letterman show. I was in my New York apartment, typing at all hours of the night, jokes, pages and pages of jokes, and I'd send them to the head writer in hopes of getting read. And I didn't get that job, and I'm not bitter. I'm really bitter. But it was frustrating because I was playing to an audience of one. With Twitter, an aspiring writer can self-publish. A good joke writer, and I'm talking about somebody who tweets every day and is consistently funny, will develop a following. And I actually know about a dozen young comedy writers who've been hired strictly on the strength of the jokes they've written on Twitter. And I resent every one of them. For a working writer like myself, it's helped me stay sharp. I do view these little 140 character jokes as little math problems. You know, this is my Sudoku. And disciplining myself to tweet every day has made me a stronger joke writer. But that's really a rationalization, because that's not the reason I tweet jokes. I tweet jokes for the reason I'm going to encourage you to do it. Because when I write a good joke and I get that feedback from my followers, I'm right back in my first grade class, making my teacher laugh. And I want you to have that. And with a little practice, you can. Like, I follow a dentist in Detroit and a housewife in Houston and many other funny people with no further comedy aspirations. They simply write jokes for the thrill of it. So here's the assignment. Again, 1 year. If you don't have Twitter, I want you to get Twitter. And I want you to start following funny people. Simply, like, in the search bar, you're going to see, you can type in funny people or comedians or comedy writers. Read through their timelines, and if they make you laugh, follow them. And follow me, damn it. Where's my slide? Follow me. There I am. Handsome devil. And get a feel for what a 140-character joke sounds like and feels like. And then I want you to take a shot. Surely your husband has done something to annoy you this morning. Or your teacher has an annoying habit. Or someone in Hollywood or Washington has said something ridiculous. I want you to take a shot and write a joke. At first, it will probably be terrible. But that's okay. Give yourself permission to suck. And then keep practicing. And when you feel like you have a joke that might make me smile, I want you to tweet it to me at Danny Zuker with the hashtag TEDjoke. And if it makes me smile, I will retweet it to my minions. And if it makes me laugh, I will steal it. Because who's going to believe you? Okay, I won't steal your joke. But my goal is, I want you to feel what I feel every time I write jokes and more jokes. Thank you.